She was not born into glamour. She was born into uncertainty. Long before the world knew the name Marilyn Monroe, there was a little girl who did not know where she belonged. No spotlight, no applause, just silence, instability, and unanswered questions. Her childhood did not gently unfold, it fractured. Marilyn Monroe entered the world as Norma Jeane Mortenson into a life already falling apart. Her mother struggled deeply with mental illness. Some days she was present, many days she was not. Love came inconsistently, and safety came rarely. Norma Jeane learned early that nothing was permanent, not homes, not people, not comfort. Her father was absent, a mystery more than a memory. Questions followed her from the beginning. Who am I? Where do I come from? Why am I alone? Childhood should answer those questions softly. Hers never did. Instead, they echoed. Instability defined her early years. She moved from one foster home to another. New beds, new rules, new faces. Just as she began to adjust, she was sent away again. Attachments were dangerous. Caring too much meant pain, so she learned to hold back even as she desperately wanted to belong. Some homes were kind, others were not. The world was unpredictable, and Norma Jeane was unprotected. She learned to be quiet, to observe, to adapt. Survival became instinct, trust became fragile. Childhood was something happening around her, not something she could hold on to. School offered little relief. Being different made her invisible or exposed, depending on the room. She was shy, withdrawn, and unsure of her place. While other children dreamed freely, Norma Jeane focused on getting through the day. The future felt distant and uncertain. There were moments of escape, movies, faces on the screen, stories where lives transformed, where pain turned into beauty. Hollywood shimmered like another universe, safe, distant, untouchable. Watching films, Norma Jeane imagined a different self, someone loved, someone chosen, someone seen. But imagination could not change reality. At home, fear lingered. Stability never lasted. The idea of family felt temporary, conditional. She learned that adults could disappear, that promises could break, that safety could vanish overnight. As she grew older, responsibility arrived too soon. Marriage became a solution, not a romance, a way out, a way to belong somewhere, anywhere. Childhood ended without ceremony. No transition, no protection, just survival mode becoming permanent. This difficult upbringing shaped her deeply. She became sensitive to rejection, hungry for approval, afraid of abandonment. These were not weaknesses, they were adaptations, tools built in a childhood that demanded endurance rather than innocence. Behind the later image of confidence and allure lived a child still searching for security. Norma Jeane learned how to read rooms, how to sense mood, how to become what was needed. Pleasing others felt safer than asserting herself. Being wanted felt better than being ignored. Her vulnerability also created empathy. She felt deeply. She noticed pain in others. She understood loneliness without explanation. That emotional openness would later become part of her screen presence. The softness, the sadness behind the smile. Audiences felt it, even if they could not explain why. A difficult childhood does not disappear when fame arrives. It travels forward, shaping choices, reactions, fears. For Marilyn Monroe, the past was not something she escaped. It was something she carried quietly, even as the world focused on her image. The little girl who moved from home to home never fully stopped moving. Even when she became famous, stability felt temporary. Love felt conditional. Approval felt fragile. Applause helped, but it did not heal. Yet from this fractured beginning came resilience, imagination, the ability to transform pain into presence. Norma Jeane learned how to survive first. Stardom came later, and it was built on lessons learned far too early. This was not the story of a child destined for Hollywood. It was the story of a child trying to endure. And that endurance would soon meet opportunity, chance, attention, a camera. The world would eventually see Marilyn Monroe, but before that, there was a girl shaped by absence, instability, and longing. A girl who learned how to become someone else because being herself never felt safe. What came next would offer escape, visibility, and danger all at once, and the transformation would change her life forever. But that is another chapter.